What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope all is well with you guys out there on this Tuesday night. All is good here. I come across this story right here where you have this man, Casey Pettis, is really blessed to be alive, okay? But before we get into this particular story right here, I want to show y'all something that Ford actually did to this man for missing a payment on his new Bronco. Check this out.
Is it because I didn't make my payment on my Ford Bronco? Ford shut down my car because the payment is late? Dang, that's rough. That's like a scam, right? So my brand new Bronco with 3,000 miles on it is broke down in the middle of... I don't think Ford realizes how rough it is out here. Doing my best. I mean, I could be killed. I mean, like... 60-mile-an-hour traffic here. My truck, broken. I could be killed. Expressway. So, hey, look, divine providence. You gotta listen, because sometimes when God speaks, it's not all what you want it to be. You know what I mean? This probably saved me from a really bad accident, but. Anyway, Ford Bronco, number one, 75 grand, middle 275, shut down and completely broken and busted.
This is what I was talking about, you know, with the ability that these auto manufacturers now have to where they can actually repo your shit, you know, at the press of a button. Shut your thing down while you traveling. Right there out, you know, on a busy interstate. Just cut it off. You see what I'm saying? It could have been a pile up, you know, of like 20 or 30 cars or more. Somebody could have lost their life. You see what I'm saying? That is ridiculous. You know, this is the reason why I say the new cars just need to stay on the lot. If this is what they're going to do, you know, by controlling people, you see what I'm saying? They need to stay on the lot. And besides, you know, if something goes wrong with the car after you even pay it off, they want you to bring it back to them, you know, denying you the right to work on your own car, you know, the right to work thing. I don't see the significance in even buying a new car. I really don't, okay? But that's what happens, you know, now in this day and age. You know, people, just because they got money, you know, just want to weigh the risk or go and buying stuff that's controlled, because you know by the press of a button by an auto manufacturer. At this point, you have to ask yourself, do you really own the damn thing? Okay. But moving on to this situation right here, back to Casey Pettis. Like I said, he was driving down Interstate 15 outside of Cedar City, Utah, when all of a sudden his 2021 Ford F-150 was struck by lightning. Struck by lightning. Now you see why I say that he's blessed to be alive. I mean, look at this picture over here. Check this out. I mean, wow, look at that big face in the flame. I hadn't seen that. This one right here. But anyway, yeah. He said that you know, he was driving when all of a sudden the lightning bolt hit his car, you know, his truck. And the truck actually burst into flames, and this is the end result. But I can see why he's smiling, because hey, he's still here. He was blessed to be alive. Okay, but yeah, this is the end result over here. But I'll let Casey tell you, you know, his story. So without further ado, check this out.
Okay, you remember this from yesterday, a truck getting hit by lightning between St. George and Cedar City. Casey Pettis was on the phone with his brother when it happened.
And then just as we're talking, boom, I just get rocked. Now, it was just kind of like, for me, big flash of light, and it happened so fast. The truck just got like violently shook, right? Rumbled. It shook me, and then like just a big flash of light, and it took me a few seconds to realize, holy crap, I just got struck by lightning.
The truck died within about 5 seconds. Then the dashboard started to smoke, so he pulled over.
I stopped, I popped the hood, grabbed my phone, grabbed my wallet, grabbed my key. I failed to grab a few things that I really wish I would have grabbed. In addition to that, I wasn't thinking about this at the time until the truck was on fire, but I lost a lot of tools, which is super unfortunate. I probably had a few $1,000s worth of tools in the truck because I'm a general contractor and that's what I do.
My whole truck is up in flames. I got struck by lightning on my way to Cedar City after I got a blowout.
Took first responders about 5 minutes to reach him, but by then, of course, the truck was gone. Because vehicles getting struck by lightning is so rare, a lady who was driving behind him reached out and offered to be a witness for him with the insurance company. He does have a rental for the next few weeks until he can get things figured out. Now, one more thing, and this truly is the best part of this story. Casey's 9-year-old son, Ben, is his little buddy and has been right beside him as he's been talking to family and friends and the insurance company. This little guy has a small business taking out his neighbor's garbage cans and has been really careful to save his money. He wants to get a dirt bike. Listen to what Ben did.
So then he flashes this wad of cash, and I just instantly, I was so touched. And he's like, "Here, Dad, you can have this to replace your tools." And I just in that moment, I've never felt so. I just felt so loved. You know what I mean? I felt so much joy for my little man and what he was willing to give up, so that I could buy new tools to keep working. And I'm sorry I'm emotional about it because it's something I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
That's Ben there on the left in the lighter shirt. Casey says both he and Ben were just sobbing in that moment. But it taught Casey two things. One, Ben's mother is raising him right. And two, this sweet little guy thinks about others and was worried about his dad and this situation. What a precious boy and a wonderful memory.
So Casey Pettis had a Walt Disney moment. That was nice of his little boy, to offer his little hard-earned allowance, to help him get some tools. But I really doubt that it will be enough. But the moral of the story right here is you just don't, like the Most High Word say, know the day or the hour. Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? When you might get called, home. Let's just say that. But this could be, serve as a warning. You see what I'm saying? For whatever reason. It was said that this truck was actually a hybrid. Hybrids are like, I think, gasoline and electric. I don't know if that has something to do with it or not. But I do know, hey, that had to be a very, very scary situation, and what happened to Mr. Pettis right here, Wow, that's basically all I can say about it. I can tell you this much: if he was living foul, this would be, a good reason to, turn around and repent. Just say that, because you just never know, man. I'm telling you, because that was real scary. Well, I'm saying just the image of it. You see what I'm saying? When the lightning, hit the truck, and the truck pulled over on the side of the road. Just imagine you going past and you see the truck on fire like that, and it's just left like this over to the right. Yeah, real trip. But what say you people? Tell me what you think about this situation right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it. That's if you can comment. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.